There's millions of people in our fucking neighborhoods that went and voted for like out and about fucking fascists. Second place in 98 districts is unimaginably bad, especially because of what I said earlier, that like the conservatives, in order to launch a stronger opposition, will most likely play the role of normalizing reform's policies. You've seen this already happen with the AfD in Germany. You've seen this happen with Marine Le Pen, the nationalist the party in France. It starts off marginal, and then before you know it, 2 election cycles later, you're like, what the fuck's going on? How do we get here? And there's always people like myself who have been covering this stuff for years and years, who is telling you every step of the way, this is unimaginably scary. Reform nearly got half as many votes as Labor. Quite worrisome here. Yeah, look at this. Labor's landslide victory definitely Labor's landslide victory kind of muddies the waters, given the way that like British politics works in terms of like what their actual performance in totality looks like. Okay, their actual performance in totality is insanely scary in comparison to former Labor politics and former Labor numbers. Okay, and also when you look at something like this, okay, when you look at the vote numbers across the board, Reform UK got 4 million. They almost fucking reached the conservative number, dude. That is like I don't know what to say. That is so terrifying. Okay? That is unimaginably terrifying. Like, that is a red alarm bell. That we're talking like we're nearing re-education camp territory, like immediately. Okay? Like someone's like the British boomer class is out of control, dude. They are so insanely reactionary. Okay? Yeah, this is what's important to analyze. Like, it's a thumping majority without a thumping share in the vote. What could possibly go wrong? Like, Labor doesn't have the popular mandate that that people think it has in terms of the actual seat majority that it has. Okay? It's the lowest number of sitting conservatives in British history. Dude, I don't think you understand. Conservatives are out, okay? Yes, and that's a good thing. 14 years of austerity, and finally the British people were like, bro, we are so fucking poor. What the hell's going on? These guys have fucked us. And I heard this 5 years ago, okay? 5 years ago, it was 9 years of Tory austerity. Something needs to change. Obviously, anyone who's the primary opposition party was going to win this election by a landslide. That's not the question here. That is not the interesting aspect of this election here. Everybody fucking knew that this was going to happen. Okay? Like, Rishi Sunak and the Conservatives were able to unite the British public against the Conservative Party. Okay? Problem is, they said, we are so poor, and a large population then said, and immigrants are to blame. Yes. Okay. This happened in Sweden. This happened in Nordic countries. This has been happening in Western Europe across the board. Okay. Austerity creates more poverty and more economic inequality in the hands of neoliberal governance. And then people experience that economic instability and that volatility, and they go, oh, I'm angry. And then there's one guy out there that says, you're angry. Look at those brown people. I think that's the reason why you're angry, right? Or in the UK, it's not even just brown people. It's like, look at those Polish people. That's the reason why you're angry, right? And people go, you know what? You're right. Actually, it is the fucking Polish. That is the reason why I'm angry. I don't even like their fucking food. What's this about? Okay. Or the Muslims. Oh my God. They're coming in numbers. They're coming in waves. Oh my God. They're coming in dinghies. Okay. It's the same story over and over again. And I think that this is legitimately fucking terrifying, especially when you consider that, one, this is rather Pyrrhic in terms of a victory, regardless of the actual landslide in like seats. Okay. And not only that, it spells that you don't have the popular mandate. Okay. You don't necessarily have the popular mandate. And beyond that, you personally, Keir Starmer personally, has signaled that he will continue the old school way, the Tory way of operating. Can a left take a W? I mean, we'll see what happens. Okay? Because if Keir Starmer operates in the way that he actually operated, or in the way that he spelled he would operate, which is a continuation of privatization and no actual cash infusions, no way to fix the economy, and no genuine improvements in infrastructure, no additional spending on government funded programs, whether it be the NHS, whether it be public transit. If he doesn't do that, and it doesn't seem like he's going to do that, the River Thames is going to be continuing to fill up with shit. The railroads are continuing to get worse and worse, and people are still going to experience an affordability crisis that has definitely been a major issue in the UK across the board. Okay. Thames, sorry. This is convenient for the Tories. They can take this time to regroup and strengthen while the Tory in red clothing takes all the blame for a while. Then the pendulum can swim back to them. Some democracy. Brother, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think the pendulum is swinging back to them. I think the pendulum is swinging to a way more reactionary nationalism in the UK. I think that they are going to miscalculate, and they're going to see this momentum, and they're going to say, let's align with reform, actually. We'll take their seats. Look at the massive amount of voters that they're able to capture. Let's align with them. Okay, let's collaborate with them. Let's adopt some of their more reactionary influence. Bring it into the party. The Tories are already pretty fucking reactionary. They're super right-wing in general. Rishi Sunak literally was already doing that. The Rwanda Protocol is literally like, it's some unimaginable cruelty. It's like, it's so perfectly British. I feel like it's Winston Churchill. Okay. Without the keep calm and carry on World War II, like we lucked into the right side of that war politics. Okay. It's insane. So we'll cover this in more detail in a second. Let's see the broader analysis.
Government this morning after voters threw out the ruling Conservatives in a historic shift to the left. Labour Party leader Keir Starmer required the symbolic approval of King Charles to become the new prime minister after Rishi Sunak handed in his resignation.